Will you hear me? You will not put up the hand. But a lot of people are used to shouting to the mic. But a mic is only to amplify, isn't it? Since we are already hearing, it may not be necessary later. But I want to say something very, very important that I made a discovery of. It's something called world view. And if you read my books, I've written 9 books, my 10th book about work ethics. I was just hoped it would be ready before I come here, but it's still with the publisher. And the thing, when I discovered the thing about worldview, it really moved me. What is worldview? Worldview are the glasses through which you interpret life. Worldview are the glasses through which we interpret life. That means the two of us can be looking at the same thing. You say it is beautiful, I say it is not beautiful. I still remember 1968 is the first time I was in high school, a small boy, and I still remember the first time I saw a grown-up cry. Those days in the 60s, in a high school, there were not too many high schools, and normally about 80% of the teachers were all white. There used to be just a few people who were black. So what a white man, and he was an American. He was going back to America. He stood on the parade ground and cried. I was telling my partner, we came with somebody. I was telling him how I still remember it. It's 50 years since that time in that parade ground. I had never, you see, at who you go, if it is once you are circumcised, you can't cry. Now, to see an adult cry, and then that's not the issue. He was crying because he said if he goes to America, he will miss the beautiful sunset. Now, sunset to an African and a sunrise, surely, why not something better? But you see, when he grew up, the parents gave him the kind of worldview that makes him appreciate nature, that makes him appreciate the sunset, that makes him appreciate the sunrise. I grew up where those were not issues. I grew up in the Mau Mau era. We were more interested in survival, than sunset. You get my point? Yeah. So I can tell you clearly, worldview is a very serious matter. 1995, my wife is a teacher, she's a lecturer at the university. Still, I'll never forget the story of 1995. She was going for a conference in Seoul, Korea, and when we were in London, those times there were no direct flights to the east, so they had to go to London to connect. When we were in London, the Kenyan delegation, it was a Christian conference, was actually told how to behave in Korea. The thing they were told is to be aware. When a Korean loves a visitor, they kill a dog for him. Because dogs are a delicacy in Korea. And so, if you really are a good visitor, they'll kill. No. The Kenyan said, what? How can anybody eat? I asked my wife, so what did you do? By the time they went, it was a long flight. They made up their mind. Once they reach Korea, you become vegetarian. Because you see, once you have taken the buffet, you cannot tell whether meat is a dog or a cow. So the best thing is, become vegetarian. I asked her, now, let me ask you a question. Did your mother ever tell you, thou shalt not eat dog meat? She thought a while and said, come to think of it, there is no time my mother ever told me, you will not eat dog meat. Never. Number 2, do the Koreans look healthy? He said they are very healthy. So why did you eat the meat? Say, how? How can I? What would wash my mouth after eating dog? You need to understand. Worldview is very powerful. I'm sure even you agree with my wife, aren't you? My wife is from Embu, so she's not from far from here. Now, it's important to understand that the worldview is so powerful that you can look at something and interpret it one way, and I look at it, interpret it. Many years later, I retired from Shell several years ago, I'm over 65, and in our time we are retiring when we're 55. So you can see I've been retired for a while. So if you are just about to retire, let's have fellowship. And I'll tell you about retirement that the director was talking about. Now, I was taking one of our head office from London, a visitor round, and we're in Mombasa. And I asked myself, how can I give this guy a treat? So when in Mombasa, I decided to take him to the most expensive restaurant in Mombasa called the Tamari. The Tamari then, those are made several years ago, had a boat. So you arrived there around 6:30, entered the boat, that's why it was very expensive, and you started ordering, and you go around the ocean. By the time you come back, you are finishing with your sweets. So that's why it was very, very romantic as you went round. But that's not the story. I started, as soon as you arrived, you asked for drinks. I ordered mine, he ordered his. Then after some time, we are told the rest of the food, because it's seafood, you needed to go there to order. When we went, we found it is snails. You can imagine. Somebody expected me to eat. The other ones were crab. You know the crab, the one that walk with all directions. As soon as we neared the table, my Muzungu friend started saying, Mr. Nanga, surely, thank you for the treat. He was running there. As I saw it, I was running backwards. One was running forward, the other one. I realized today I was sleep hungry. There is nothing I would ever. I sat and asked a waiter to advise me what to do. There's no way I can eat snails. There's no way. Now, I'm getting my point. Yes. What was the difference? For the Muzungu, seafood restaurants are so expensive in London, only the rich go there. For me, unless I'm mad, there's no way I can eat. What do you offer? And anyway, it's so expensive. By the way, I've never gone back there. Now you need to understand. You need to understand it clearly. The mother who brought him up and the mother who brought me up are different. They gave us different worldviews. Now, do I have to say more? Now you understand worldview. And you understand your worldview may not necessarily be my worldview, but the worldview interferes with interpretation. If you have read one of my books, and I talk a lot about worldview, I give you an example. The average Kikuyu hates stealing. Totally. Hates stealing. Very seriously. Now, in fact, my grandfather told me, Kikuyus hated this so badly that if they suspected you are a thief, they took you through the process of Jorinjeke of the Kikuyu, Kiama, and once they confirmed you are a thief, they put you up a high mountain, put you in a beehive, put dry leaves, set you on fire. They wanted to be sure you are dying. Now, on your way down to the river, you will die either because of the fire, or because of the crashing, or because of the water. But you must. That's how bad they hate them. Let me tell you something. It is that as seen in the eyes of the Kikuyu. If you are caught stealing somebody else's car, it was a serious matter. They will kill you. But the same Kikuyu, if you went to Masai land and stole cows, and you brought them, you are a thief of Masai cows. They now made you Jamba. You now are celebrated. The girl sang you are. So I asked my grandfather, what's the difference? I said they are thieves. No. In Kikuyu, the word stealing is stealing Kikuyu cows. I'm getting the point. Stealing Masai is Utaha. I'm getting the point. So you are not a thief. You are. So a thief is settled by Kikuyus. But I'm getting the difference. Now you need to understand. So when you make a Kikuyu the managing director of a parastatal, the first question he asks, is this a Kikuyu bank? I'm getting the point. So when the Kikuyu steals everything dry, when he goes home and has built a good house, they say, Mwanake wito koma ile ke. Mato. Our child has not slept on there. Again. In fact, he put up a new house. Everybody knows that he is Italian. They know he cannot get the kind of money for putting up that house. And the bishop of the area will come. He will rent the house. Because even the bishop is not calling him a thief. He is Jamba. Because you see, he never stole from anybody else. Are you getting my point? So you then understand why I feel it's a privilege for me to talk to people to make worldview. High schools are not even as important as primary schools. Again, psychologists tell us, by the time you count your age in double digits, you have formed your worldview. By the time you become a teenager, you have formed your worldview. That's why parenting, and some of you I can see have parented teenagers and adults. I want you to know we talk about the difficulty of parenting teenagers. Am I right? Why is it difficult? When the child is small, then our last born finished university 10 years ago, 07. So I'm talking about a long time. But I noticed it. As long as my children were young, I arrived home, they jumped on me. They were all excited. Anything the father said was right. And if you dare to contradict the father, the police will change your identity. They were sure. Nobody knows better than the day they became teenagers. The first struggle I had, I used to take time out of Shell, I was a manager with Shell, and take them to the showground. One day, I drove home, because they were being given a day off by the school, to take them showground. And the one who had become a teenager remained in the house, because I was hooting it from the gate, so that they can come, because I was late. Only for two to come, have three. The other two came, the other one didn't come. And we are late. I said, is so coming? No, they are not coming. And I was totally confused. Because the way I knew them, there was no way they would want to miss them. We drove to the showground and came back. I tried to study. What had changed? Teenager. All of a sudden, and because she's a girl, she could not see herself walking hand in hand with her father. Now, not her daughter, but I'm getting the point. All the time we have been together, but now she's no longer just a child. She has a worldview that says girls who are mature don't walk with their fathers. So she can not quarrel with me, but she can't. And that's the beginning of issues. Because a teenager has already formed a worldview. The father can say what they are saying, but it has to be checked against their worldview. I may interpret something one way, my daughter interprets it a different way. All that is formed. And when you try to struggle in teenage, you are too late. The worldview was made before they became teenagers. My third point. Who is the participant who creates worldview? The parents and primary school teachers. The parents and primary school teachers. The way an adult, some of them are our ministers, cabinet ministers, the way they're interpreting things, if you trace it back, it was the standard 3 teacher who gave that worldview. Am I communicating? You say that guy is so bad because he was shown to be a man and to be bad, according to the primary school teacher. That's when you act rough, you are a good guy. Let me tell you my fourth point. Worldview is not taught in a classroom. They say habits are caught, not taught. In other words, you can tell your child one thing, they won't listen. They watch how you behave. And the way you behave, like not eating a dog, communities to them, dogs are not for eating. After a dog eat people, people don't eat dogs. But you don't sit down and say, thou shalt not eat a dog. You simply don't eat a dog, and they know dogs are not for eating. So you need to understand, we are not describing what you taught them in a class. We are describing how you live your life in a primary school as a teacher. Communicates views of interpreting life and you donate our worldview to them. The moment I discovered that, I said, what a responsibility. Many of us, when we have to become primary school teachers, need to refuse. Because the responsibility being put on you is impossible. That you are not even talking about the way you teach, the way you walk, the way you live your life is going to determine how the future UN General Secretary. You know, some of the people in Tigania will be the UN General Secretary. Do you believe that? Yes. You know, you think it's a big thing, but you cannot. I have seen that happen. For a few years, I worked for Shell, covering about 10 countries in Africa. And almost any country I went, I remember being in Cape Town, and I'm walking. A young man stopped and said, "Hey, Mr. Young, can't remember me." And then he mentioned where we met. I was in Khartoum, Sudan. A young man saw me and said, "You can't remember me. But in 1988, you came to speak to us in Kids High School. So what are you doing?" "Oh, I finished high school, I went to university, now I'm a chief accountant of an organization in Khartoum." And he could even remind me what I said in 1988. And that is now 2003 and 2004. And all of a sudden you realize the people you are dealing with in your primary school will be the people populating various offices all over the world. It doesn't matter where you go. You will find a Tigania boy. And how in that life is a Saturday teacher. The way the Saturday teacher reacted to a girl who did something wrong in class is the same way you react when in the UN international office. And he's not even aware. It is my final point of this one. He is not aware. You are not aware that you are being funny if you think this document. You just don't eat it. I'm getting the point? You are not aware. You are part of it. What becomes like Kikuyus are not aware of the double interpretation of the word stealing. So when the missionary came and he said the 10th commandment, "Thou shalt not steal," the people said, "We agree with you. Our God and your God are the same. We both hate." But the missionary never understood. Because the missionary is reading the Bible, interpreting it with his worldview. The Kikuyu is reading the same Bible, interpreting it with the Kikuyu. I'm getting the point. It's a critical thing because sometimes you don't understand why you're not understanding each other. But because of the worldview, the glasses through which we are given on. So what's the responsibility of a head teacher in a primary school? It's not grades, it's worldview. Your biggest responsibility is the kind of citizens you will give this country. We complain about all kinds of people, corruption, whatnot. Corruption manufacturers are in primary school. Okay, to the point? It is the worldview that was given by the teachers in primary school that finally caused the people to be who they are today. The values they have are the values that were given at that point. I realize I'm also blocking them. So I hope you start understanding them. If you don't remember anything else that I say, that you start understanding that you need to redefine what your job is. What is your job? Your job is not just to get grades. Your job is to reproduce responsible Kenyan international citizens. And many of us are too busy producing grades to realize that a small aspect. And I'm sorry, the director of education may not like me for this, but the truth of the matter is, you can get a name, a grade A, that will never help the world at all. Last Sunday, not this Sunday, the other Sunday, I was a speaker in my old school at Alliance. Of course, the headmaster, the deputy headmaster is the one who introduced me in the parade ground. That's all they had to find out which house I went to. He tried to get my house number. That's what I excited the student. Then he, as he was introducing me, he told the school, "Mr. Nganga left Alliance before even teachers were born." I was only there 45 years ago. But according to the headmaster, even the teachers were not born. Now that provoked my mind to remember when we did Form 4 in 1971. One of the boys who did our year, 1971 at Talent. One of the boys was a Mumeru boy. But I will not say anything beyond that in case I'm talking about your uncle. So I'll be very careful. I don't give any more information. But that boy was impressive. In our time, and I can see some of you are the ones retiring in that group. You remember we used to do 8 subjects or 9, but the ones that counted were how many? 6. That guy got 8 ones. So when you ask him, give me your best 6, he says, what do you mean? Because then you have a 1. Is there any better? You know, unless then of course our exams used to be marked by Cambridge. You can't go to the office to find out what the marks were. All you know, you got a 1. He had 8 ones. That was my classmate, Momero boy. He got 8 ones. So when we did Form 5, by the time we are entering Form 6, he was selected by, there used to be something called Alliance Kingswood Exchange. I never got to know Kingswood, but there was a school in Britain which used to have an exchange program. So every year, a few boys went to do their Form 5 in Britain, and a few whites came. I cannot forget it because when the boys came from Europe, the headmaster allocated them, one of them to me, to be his mentor. So we were together, our colleague. So we were together, but the other boy. Now, when we went to Britain, now as we are beginning Form 6, it turns out in Britain they do exams in June. That means we have entered. Remember, our exams were marked around March. So by the time we enter, you are entering halfway the year. Then he enters Form 6 in Britain in January of the following year. When you are entering Form 6, he entered June. Only to discover by January, but by June, he had to do exams. So I was asked, would you like to do the A-level? He said, yes. Of course, that guy with the 8 ones, you get the point. He wanted to challenge it. Do you know he did? Remember, we've only done 1 year in a 2-year course. The guy in Britain, now with the British syllabus, got 3 A's and got entrance to university in Britain. Because the exams are done in June. Before September, they know the results. Because September, they must enter university. But then he had to come back because that was the arrangement. He had to come back and join us in that term. He was asked, do you still want to do the Kenyan exam? He said yes. So although he was not with us, he again did A-level and got 4 A's. I think, there used to be 3, but I think he has double marks. Now that is the guy. So the other day we were meeting with other Alliance boys. After 45 years, we are asking them, where did so-and-so go? Nobody knows what happened to him. Because he went to Britain, did computer science, came back, got employed. Even to believe some of the stories, he hit the bottom. As soon as he was back, he hit the bottom. And once you hit the bottom, you know what happens. You will never be heard of again. You have to give another story. That's not a story. It's not a story that the old mother did. I'm talking about my old friend. And I do not want you to find out who it is in case it's your uncle. I'm not talking about, I'm not trying to, I'm only using it as an example. So you need to understand, world view is your biggest responsibility. So that you are interested in, you are bothered about a child. Should not be the grade they get, but whether they are hardworking. Because hardworking is a world view thing. Am I communicating? If you get a name, and you're not hardworking, you will come out to life, and then there are no physics exams in life, but you will not be able to do a good job because you don't know how to work hard. When I learned that years ago, and I finally got 3 children, I decided I would not continue, and Mrs. Modia actually talked about it, I will not continue commending people for getting good grades. If you have an A brain, you cannot get a B without working hard. Am I right? And I'm sure because you are the expert, I was a teacher just for a short time in 1974. I taught in Modia High School, but I didn't teach for long. So I'm not an expert in teaching, although I have a wife who has taught for many years. Now, so I overhear what you say. But the critical thing you want to understand is that for an A brain, getting a B, you can get a B and you're lazy. Am I right? For a straight A grade, you can get an A minus without working hard. But you know what will happen? In life, there are no exams. So you join Shell, and after joining Shell, you do not know the value of hard work. You want the results without working hard. And the headmaster continued congratulating another child because they are getting grades. Because we are used to giving commendation to do with A's. Because we think an A is a measure. So what happened to that child? And I worked for Shell for around that years. I was manager all that period. I always had subordinates. The trouble is, when the final interview, although I was not in HR, I would be involved in the interviewing the person. And I know because I have the CV and the certificate in front of me, this guy had first class honors. This one had upper second. This one had a pass. But by the way they perform, we take the guy with first class honors, but we also take this guy with second class honors. When they are now with me, I know the fact. They are working with me. 2-3 years later, I have to promote somebody. You know what the unfortunate thing? A good degree gets you the job. Performance gets you the promotion. Nobody is ever promoted on the basis of their grade at the university. But unfortunately, I know the truth. I know I am now promoting the second class honors to become the supervisor of the first class. And I feel a pity. Unfortunately, the rules in Shell do not allow me to promote him on the basis of grade he got in the university. It is the performance, the last first year, second year, third year, the file shows that this guy who had only a pass in the university is hardworking, is producing results. You cannot promote the other guy who does not produce results, but had a good grade. What is the problem? Not the brain. Worldview. The values he has. The headmaster did a wonderful job to get him a name, but it absolutely nothing to produce the worldview that can make him do well in life. So you need to understand clearly that your biggest responsibility is the responsibility of helping the child to become a child who has the right values, who has the right worldview, who can make life. Let me tell you something. There are no students here, so I'm safe in talking about it. Your child can come out with a C+, but in life, you'll be A. If they have the right combination of skills. Am I communicating? I am not suggesting that it's good for a child to get a B. But my friend, a child with a C brain who gets a B, that B is better than the A minus. Of the child who had a straight A brain, but got a B. Am I communicating? So it's important to understand that if you want to deal with the children, don't deal with the grades. Ms. Modia told you, the biggest prize in school must not go to number one. It must be get to the one who is most improved. Because improving requires hard work, isn't it? You can get an A without hard work. And when I talk about that, it's also for you as parents. When I now, because of knowing that fact, with my 3 children, the school would not do, though in hospital, primary school, the school will not do what I would like. They still are rewarding people for becoming number one. When they arrive home, I tell them, Nana's prize is not going to be based on whether you are number one. We always filed the report forms. We took last term's results, against this term's result, and with them in primary school, we calculated percentage improvement. And whoever had the highest percentage improvement got the highest prize from me. So that meant even the worst brain of the 3 still sometimes got more prizes than the A brain. Because what I want is the value, not the grade, the value. So if you had that C and now have a B, and somebody had an A and still has an A of 80 points, has not improved, because that time I know the result, I can look at the result, they will not get a prize. So my prize, and I took that right through high school. And even when they're in university, I said, remember the rule here? It's not what the grade you got. It is whether you are working hard. And you need to say, you know something? If you want an improved mean, is that called a mean score? The mean score is not going to be gotten by a few bright children. It will be gotten by every child doing better than last time. So you need to kill that idea. That's why you find the private schools where they make people repeat that they fight forever. Because they don't want them to spoil the grade, the mini grade in Saturday. Does that happen in Meru? No, those are foolish head of schools. My friend, you need to understand, what you are doing is produce the very best, only a few people. But the children, those are clever people. That's why they are able to make it to the top. Your biggest job is to improve the weak children. Now, and you know, I had to answer to my children why I am not giving the high prize to the one who become number one. And I say, the reason you are number one is because God gave you a good brain. Even without working hard, you can become number one. Surely, who deserves a prize? If you become a number because of God, it should God get the prize. Why would I give you God's prize? Why would I want to give God's prize to a human being? But working hard is your responsibility. And that's what I'm not rewarding God, I'm rewarding you. So I'll give the prize to the person who does it. And I repeat, that does not mean you will not do well. As long as you work hard, you will end up doing better in school than you could have done. But most importantly, it's in life. You believe in always improving. So you become a husband, the first year, you always scoring about an area. And because you are used to improving, you say in the next year, how can be a better husband? Because you have what your value is continuous improvement. Always doing better. So as a husband, as a husband, you do better. The same thing as a parent. This is what I did with my firstborn. What can I do to be a better father as for my second born? Am I communicating? So really, that's what we need to emphasize, even as we deal with the matter. So I thought my main message to all of you is to understand that by the time the children are going to high school, if they are damaged, you are giving the principals, are they called principals? A very hard time. And it's not their problem, it's that they are harvesting bad primary school upbringing. Am I communicating? Sometimes when you do a good job in primary school, the high schools have an easier time, isn't it? You know, when I did my masters, and I did my masters after I retired, because in Shell, they were more interested in what I was doing than papers. So since I entered, I did this as a consultancy firm, I decided to get a master's in leadership. So because I do a lot of consultation leadership. And I decided for my master's thesis, I wanted to find out how can one leader does a better job than a leader. Put it differently. How come one person has more influence than another? Of course, there are books in my literature survey. There are a lot of books about it. But I want to find out in Kenya. So I told my supervisor, who was a Mzungu, I said, I speak a lot in the universities. I am invited by the various Christian unions throughout the country. Now, can we assume that whoever is inviting me in the next semester, because I have no control, that is random sampling? My teacher agreed. And I said, every university I'll go to, I'll collect data to find out. Question number one, what values do you hold now as university students? Number two, who do you think gave you those values? How did you get to have these values? They're able to go back. And then, lastly, can you describe what was so unique about the person who was able to influence you? You know, I was able to find out a separate question that was not part of my research. I asked them, because most of them were members of the Christian Union. And you know, in high school and primary school, many people got the Christian union because of their parents, isn't it? When you go to university, you have freedom. So most people used to be Christian, just stop it. So I was asking them, how come you are in the university, you have the freedom not to bother with those things, you are still bothering with them? But in order to understand, I asked them, when did you become a Christian? You know what I discovered? Only about 10% of the people who took my forms made decisions to be Christians in the university. 90% did so before they entered university. What does that tell me? And there's a body called Focus, and I've been the advisory council. Even then, I was still the advisory council. What is the research showing? That all the effort they are doing in the university is not yielding results. It is how the primary school and the high school behaved that determine whether there will be any Christians in the university. Am I communicating? Which is not a very big, I was in the board of Focus. It's not a very good piece of information, but it's a critical information. That it is what, if this country is going to do well, it's all determined by the kind of headmasters, head teachers we get in primary school, and a little bit by the kind of principals we have. Now, earlier it was a thought, now I have research. If you read my book, one of the books I've written is called The Character of an Influential Leader. I've actually repeated the data in the book, so if you're interested, you can find out my data from the research out of it. But the message is very clear. The message is, for you as a headmaster, you have influence that will determine the worldview of people. No headmaster will be the right headmaster because he was a headmaster. It's because of the character. I think somebody talked about that will be determined. So my question is, and it's a very, very simple question. So my question is, what kind of influence are you giving? The students? And how will you? Let me just run through my cards just before I finish, so that you understand a few of the things I wanted to pick. Number one, for you to give people the worldview I'm talking about, you must be more of a leader than a manager, and that's a full subject on its own, which I may not have spent time. There are always two kinds of people who are headmasters. There are headmasters who are managers, and there are headmasters who are leaders. Let me say three things that can differentiate a manager from a leader. Number one, a manager has subordinates. A leader has followers. Let me repeat. A manager has subordinates, a leader has followers. So a subordinate is a person who must follow you, and he fails to do what you tell him at his own cost. So the reason the teachers obey the head teacher is because of the consequence. They fear him rather than respect him. He keeps reminding them, don't you know I'm the boss here? That is a manager talking. Because a manager has subordinates, but a leader has followers. But the one follower is where the trouble is. Because if I'm your follower, power is not with the leader. Power is the follower. Because to follow makes the follower be the one to make the decision whether to come after you or not. So when you're a manager, people cannot do what you tell them, but they are not convinced in order to do it for themselves. So you can have a failure under the school, and as long as you are the manager there, the school will not have strikes. But once the people leave your school to high school, they start causing the strikes. Because the only reason they were not having strikes in primary is because of your control. If you are a leader and they don't have strikes because they respect you, they will gain your values. So when they go to high school, they will not have strikes. Not because they are not controlled, but because they don't believe in strikes. Are you getting the difference? So you need to ask yourself, am I a manager or am I a leader? If I'm a leader, people do what I say, not because I say it, but because they believe in the values. Of course, it's a much longer journey to get people to have your values. But once they have them, then in their life, after you are out of the picture, they'll still be doing it. So you need to understand a leader has followers, and followers have values, his values, by their choice. They do what they do because of their choice. You cannot be a follower if you are coming by force. You are a follower if you choose to follow. Number two, differentiating the two between a manager and a follower. So when you are a manager, you are interested in routine. Your biggest concern is, are things running the way they should run? Are your systems being followed? That's a manager. He is more of a maintenance guy. When he goes to school, his interest is to ensure the school runs the same way. If you are an Anglican, until the world comes to an end, they will be the same until the next world. Now, that's a manager. He ensures things are routine, are done. A leader is different. A leader's focus is vision, the future, how the people will be. And it will be important for you to ask yourself, when you are a manager or a leader. If you are a leader, you do not bother with routine. Routine follows. You get your team to think about the future. So what a leader does, he does not look at standard 3 child. He sees the standard 3 child as the future UN General Secretary and asks, what can I do to prepare this future General Secretary of the UN to be the right kind of a UN person? So a leader always looks into the future. A leader does not see the child the way the child is. They see the child the way they should be. And that's a very critical thing about leadership. You get your school and it's dirty. It doesn't bother you. You look at that school the way it can be clean. So you are not bothered about that it's dirty now. After all, that is not generic. It is something you can do about it. Are we together? So you need to start asking, am I a manager? Manager is trying to be routine, just to do things the way they are. Am I a leader? I'm thinking about the future. Not where the school is, where the school can be. Not where the child is, where the child can be. Not where that teacher is, or what that teacher can become in future. And your biggest responsibility is to produce the future from the current material. So it does not bother you what the materials are today. It bothers you what they could become in future. That's a leader. So they're saying that's why you differentiate a leader. He is taken up about his focus is on the future, what can become, or is he on the routine, what they are. The third differentiation between the leader and the then a leader is interested in the people more than the task. Both are important. But for a manager, the task is what controls him. It is how you do it. What did you do? How did you do it? But a leader is not just interested in the task. He's interested in the people. One of my when I joined Shell, one of my bosses told me how he was a sales rep in Kericho. And in the 60s, most of the managerial jobs were occupied by white people. And he says he got married and told his boss in Kericho that his wife was going to get a baby. The reaction of the Mzungu was, what did you say? What has that got to do with Shell? We never employed your wife. We employed you. Now obviously he realized he wanted to ask for permission. How can you ask for a permission? You have already been told. It's not possible. Now, in other words, he is interested in the task. As a sales rep, you have a task. What happens to your wife is totally irrelevant. What does it communicate? It communicates that the manager cares about the task and is interested in the task doer. What happens? As soon as you do that, either that Musuku resigns or you resign. Because you realize you are more than the job in Shell. Okay, the point? My friend, they are head teachers who are exactly the same. When a teacher is pregnant, but you say, I'm not your husband. Talk about your pregnancy to your husband. Now, my friend, the truth is, that teacher will never talk to you about the pregnancy. But the pregnancy is still affecting her teaching. Am I communicating? The children will suffer. Because you cannot discuss how she can be both pregnant and teacher, and how the two can work together. Because the headmaster does not want to hear about pregnancy. He is not the husband. Now you need to understand, it shows you clearly, you are a manager, not a leader. A leader is interested in the doer of the task more than the task. But what happens? The moment the person realizes that the leader is interested in them as people, they never want to embarrass the leader. So what happens to the task? It is better done. Concentrate on the task, and even the task itself will suffer. Concentrate on the leader, and the task will be better done. Am I communicating? So you need to understand that if you are going to be the kind of a person who will create a different worldview, it will be important that you become a leader, not a manager. But that can only happen if you have the leadership one. And you know that's why the big trouble is. That you cannot tell by the title who is the manager and who is the leader. Some of you, you now go to hospital in male level 5, only to discover your standard 3 child is the gynecologist or whatever, one of those specialists. And they all of a sudden have an opportunity to pay back. Now, you feel like changing hospitals. Because you see, in standard 3, he remembers you as a terrorist. I'm not communicating. And now, they are going to put a medicine and get you asleep. What they do to you, and you are not even aware. That you need to understand it clearly. Because you are a manager, you saw the student just as standard 3. You never saw them as the future surgeon. If you had seen them as surgeon, you would have treated the standard 3 child as a future surgeon. The moment you go to the hospital, that they see the standard 3 teacher, they will go to check the books about your disease. Because they want to pay you back and treat you properly. So that when you are better, you can write them, Marim, do you remember me? Of the child that was sitting on the left in the class. And you treated me so well. I hope I have treated you well. I'm not communicating. You start understanding. As you think, and you know some of it, I have not been a teacher, like I told you, my wife was a teacher, and have discovered the difference. The other day we were flying to Singapore, to Senegal, because our daughter, one of our children, was working in Senegal and invited us there. We entered Kenya Airways and we were seated together. After a few minutes, when the aircraft was leveled, the chief steward, a lady, came and said, "Are you Mrs. Nganga?" Because I have been given a message by the captain that the person sitting on seat number this needs to go to the cockpit. So my wife says, "Oh, can we go together?" I said, "I have never taught anybody. There's a very likely that there is a pilot after me. Just go alone." We flew to Senegal, to Dakar, Senegal. We seated with the common men, my wife in the cockpit. She's the one who told me the story. Are you getting the point? There is no way the captain would allow the teacher to sit with the commoners. She was seated there, watching what they are doing. I've never been inside. But she's the one who tells me the story. Why? The way she had treated the captain as a boy was such that the captain was very interested in paying back in kind. So my wife flew in the cockpit. Am I communicating? Yes. Because, and I've seen that almost anywhere I go. The other day we were going for a holiday in Seychelles, and we landed, and somebody, a Kenyan, came and said, "Mrs. Nganga." She couldn't remember. He said, "But you are my teacher. You taught me economics, A-level economics at Kisumu Boys. And I am what I am because of you. I'm now an actorate in there. And you are treated well just because of Kisumu Boys by somebody my wife cannot even remember." Am I communicating? Yes. So you start understanding. It's your choice how you'll be treated by the future leaders. Am I communicating? Right. So a lot of you, because you are managers, all you are doing is to become a terrorist. You know, some many head teachers are literally terrorists. They appear in the staff room, and the staff room goes. Nothing is discussed. Why? The terrorist has come. My friend, the day of repaying will come. And you don't need to die to harvest. You harvest when you are still alive. I'm over 65. I can tell you, I have harvested a lot what I planted in my younger life. So you need to understand you have your choice whether to be a headmaster, leader, or headmaster, manager. When you choose to be a leader, the investment is harder, longer. To borrow Mrs. Modia's point, it requires extra time, extra way of treating these small boys. You see a boy misbehaving, and you don't treat him according to his misbehavior. You see the potential, and you handle him according to his potential. And because of your friendship, you are able to take that child from who they are to what they'll be. Many years to come, they will remember, I'm who I am, because that head teacher took interest in me. The question is that the way you are going to deal with them or not? Let me, as I go towards finishing, mention a few things. If you are a leader, we can know it by the influence you have. The currency of leadership is influence. The currency of management is control. And you have to make up your mind whether you are controlling or leading. If you are leading, what makes you do things is influence. You influence people. And so they want to do what you are telling them to do, not because they fear you, but because they believe you believe in them. So they believe everything you tell them to do is because it is good. Not for you, but for them. That was leadership. How do you achieve this? Number one, by being a friend. By being a friend. Do you have started 3 children see you as a friend or a terrorist? That's what will happen. And friendship is not easy. You have to invest in friendship for there to be friendship. When you have friendship, people who are your friend want to do what you want them to do, not for your sake, but for their own sake. Number 2, they are not just friendly, they are exemplary. I think I have said that enough. I said earlier, habits are caught, not. Oh, you forget what I said. Habits are caught, not taught. In other words, as a teacher, you want to influence, not to teach. When you influence people, you are exemplary. They want to be like you. They want to value what you value. You know something? If an enemy told you something, hey, do this, you become suspicious. Am I right? But when it is somebody you admire, it will be important. That's why I keep telling young people, I talk a lot with young people, I tell them, tell me you are celeb, and I know who you will soon become. If your celeb is a terrorist, I know you will also become a terrorist. A celeb is not forced on you. It's you who chooses who your celeb is. What happens? Your celeb will be your influencer. You cannot understand your celeb. Whoever you admire, you will soon become like them. Somehow, you think what they do is right. Let me give you this, and I'm running out of time, but I still want to give this one. Let me tell you something. One of the icons of the whole world is somebody called Madeira. You know Madeira? And he's actually accepted. The other day, there was a celebration of his 100 years. He was alive. And who was attending? Who is in who in the whole world? Obama was there. My friend, it's very important to understand, when Madeira does something, very people can oppose it. Have you ever asked yourself something that I've asked myself? Mandela was in jail for almost half a year, 27 to be exact. When he came out, he became, it is his life of sacrifice that made him a leader, a model. So what happens? Whatever Mandela does cannot be questioned because of the 27 years of sacrifice. He came out of life and did something that is not exemplary, but nobody questions it. There was a woman who waited for him for 27 years. According to the apartheid law, nobody was allowed to talk about Mandela, but the laws allowed the wife to keep visiting the island. What happens? Mandela's name was kept alive by the woman who would give a press conference every time she came out of the Robben Island. He jumped out, and I have no idea, I don't have the details, what the woman did wrong, and she was chased away. Have you read that? Do you normally read about that in the press? Have you ever heard anybody tell the old man, surely, whatever this woman did, her sacrifice 27 years should make it easy for you to forgive? Mandela forgave the apartheid white people, but never forgave his own wife. But you do not hear about it. Why? Your celeb cannot be criticized. Even if they do wrong, you look for an excuse. There must be something bad with this woman. You think your celeb cannot do anything? No. As if that was not bad enough, Mandela finally falls in love with the former president's wife. You know the story? Do you know, as if this is a guy getting near 80 years old, and a woman maybe in her 50s, they behave like teenagers. They started staying together before the wedding. I said, surely, how can a grandfather not do it? But you don't read about it. Those people, Michelle and the husband, started staying together. The wedding came later. What kind of an example could that be? But do you hear anybody criticizing? No. My friend, the moment you are a headmaster who is a leader, somebody exemplary, you can make a few mistakes, but you'll not be the talk of town. Am I communicating? But become a terrorist, and even your good is forgotten when you are still alive. Am I right? So you need to understand, if you are going to make a difference in Tigania, and not the Tigania of today, but the Tigania of the future, it will be your choice to pay the high price of leadership rather than become a manager. And by becoming exemplary, people will have your values because you will become their celeb. And the moment you are their celeb, all you do will be right. Next, do you want to be a leader? It will be display. Display. What is display? Discipline is what you do, and I'm quoting the director, the county director. Discipline is when you do what is right, simply because it is right. That's what means discipline. That means if you need to wake up at 6, even when the sleep is sweet, you still wake up at 6. Even if you don't feel like waking up at 6. Then people say, hey, the head teacher is disciplined. Because he does not do what he feels like doing. He does what is right. Oh, our headmaster is disciplined. Why? He did not treat that bad new teacher, the way he should have been treated. He went out of his way to help him out of his weakness. That's what makes you disciplined. My friend, to be a disciplined person means you don't do what you feel like doing. You do what is right. If you want to be a leader, remember I'm answering the question, how can you gain influence so that you help people to get the select values? It's simply by being a disciplined person. How many times do you behave the way you feel like behaving? And sometimes the way you feel like behaving is justifiable. Nobody will criticize you for doing it. Because you are doing what everybody expects you to do. But to be disciplined means to rise above what is accepted. Am I communicating? It is when you behave like I expect you to beat me up, and you don't beat me, and you have a right to beat me. All of a sudden I start saying, higher, that's my select. God help me to become like this person. When you behave normally, in other words, a teacher knows you and knows what is that. When a teacher is rude to you, what is dying for is a fight. So when you fight back, he's ready for you. He had planted you. I was able to get the results I wanted. A disciplined person looks at that person and realizes what they expect and disappoints them by behaving better than he was expected. That's not easy. And that's why those of us who are Christians have the place of prayer. That's why we're finishing this meeting with a prayer. Because without God's help, there is a natural way of behaving. And you behave naturally. With God's help, you cannot behave above what's expected of you. Are we together? And it's important to ask for that help from God. And I'm really finishing. This person, the reason by the way, it is in my research. You can pick it from my research when I ask the student. Is loving. You are the kind of a person who loves people. And you don't love the lovable. You even love the unlovable. That's what we're talking about. When people expect not to be loved, then you love them. You will gain influence on them. Initially they fight back. Over time, they change and want to become, because they know you can trust this guy. If you see the efficacy of meetings, it's not about him. It's about me. He's after my good. And finally, you become trustworthy. If you cannot be trusted, there's no way people are going to follow you. And that happened to be the subject, and I've run out of time. Basically, to be trusted, you must be a man or a woman of integrity. A man, and I've written a big book. My biggest book is called Intergrity. I hope you can get a copy. You can get a copy because I haven't really dealt with the subject of integrity. But I'll say 4 things, and then I finish. What is integrity? Integrity is oneness of a person. When you say somebody has integrity, it means what you see is what you get. And I know there are many people, what you see is not what you get. They are the same people. And again, the director told us about people of integrity. People of integrity are the same in the light as in the dark. They don't change. They don't change. That's what it means to have integrity. And that's why people of integrity can be trusted. Because you know, even if they met you in a corner, they will not exploit you. Because what they are in the light is what they are in the dark. They are headmasters. Where people know, they will smile to you. But they have just sent a letter to TSC to transfer you. When I finally discover the letter, because you need to understand that in TSC, the cousin of my uncle is in the TSC. And they'll tell me exactly the letter you sent. And yet I thought you are my friend. You are very friendly. But you are the one who is able to put the knife from my back. What happens to me? I lose my trust. From then onwards, it doesn't matter how a person with integrity will be the same person in the light as in the dark. And the moment people have integrity, you trust them. Therefore, you can influence them. Now you can understand. Leadership requires influence. Influence requires trust. And you cannot get trust without. Can you see how they are lined up? So you need to understand. If you are not a man of integrity, leadership is forgotten. That's why the title of my book, I gave the title of my book, I called it Integrity, the Litmus Test of Good Leadership. And I believe somebody in SCAC, the State Corporation Advisory Council must have seen the book, because in 2015 I was actually doing a leadership training in Zambia when I got an SMS from SCAC, and they gave me a contract to train. We were a team of us, consultants. I was given a contract to train, which is a requirement the president has given. The president issued a decree that all parastatal directors and university councils had all to go through training Integrity. That's from in 2015, from September up to December, every week the government paid for me to go to Mombasa in the Serena Hotel in Mombasa to train people about the integrity. Because they discovered for the parastatals to go well, the members of the councils and the board of directors require something called integrity. That's why I spend time with them. So I'm trying to get you to see clearly, for you to get integrity, you need something that makes you behave the same way in the life as. My second point is that integrity comes out of values. There's a value. Some people in leadership gurus call this core values. Because you will not enjoy your life when you behave against your values. So if you understand your values determine behavior. A lot of us spend time telling people to change behavior. But your behavior is a fruit. The roots are the values. So if you understand how the child will finally become, it's not based on his behavior, it's based on his values. So if you want to be a man of integrity, it will be critical that you have the right type of values. For example, if you have a value for against stealing, you have a value that tells you stealing is wrong. My friend, if that is your value, somebody can keep the check there, but you cannot sign it, but nothing, no name, no figures. You can see it. You can see how poor you are. You can see you are not even paying school fees properly. The money is available, but the moment you are tempted to sign the check, your values will stop you. And when you dare, you have so lack of peace, you can't sleep at night. You return the check. Because something, nothing to do with the police, nothing to do with the anti-corruption, just your value. Somebody says, and I agree with his story, the reason why he ended up marrying as a virgin, I don't know that we use the word virgin for men, but this man was giving his testimony. By the time he went to marry, he was still virgin. And he says, the reason I did that is because when I was a small boy, somebody came to us and told us, if you want to enjoy your marriage, you must never touch a girl before the wedding. Every time a girl appeared with a short dress and a low neck, and he felt tempted, he remembered, if I touch this girl, I'll ruin my marriage. The value he got for purity, the value he got for virginity was such that even when the girls tempted him, they started telling stories. This guy is sexually impotent. But the guy was not impotent, it was the value. He waited for the wedding day and he now could enjoy sex normally. You know, sometimes they talk like that until you think there is something wrong. There's nothing wrong. Your values can affect your performance in bed. You touch the girl, you go to bed, flat. And the whole problem is not that you have any problem, it's simply your values. My friend, your values will stop you doing wrong, even opportunities. You know, many people don't steal. But the reason they don't steal is because they have no opportunity. They keep saying, the majority of us are thieves minus opportunity. Am I communicating? Yeah. That's why you find a teacher who hates stealing. You make him a headmaster. and the committee trusts him. He can buy bananas at the price of the market because he knows at the price of the market, nobody will doubt him. But he is capable of procuring the same bananas at a lower price because he is buying at a higher volume, isn't it? My wife was a chairman of a PTA in high school, and she saw it. The bananas were being bought at the same price with our family of 5. And she said, how can a school of 1,000 students buy bananas at the same price with a family of 5? It's because those people have no integrity. They fear the jail. When you fear the jail, all once you want to be sure is that I cannot be caught. Once I cannot be caught, you will do what is well. Let me repeat. Many of us, it's not integrity we have. We are thieves minus opportunity. That's why you find opposition who criticize the government of the day. It's corrupt, it's corrupt. Then they win. They just become equally corrupt. Because all the time, they were thieves minus opportunity. My friend, on this second point, you need to understand. For you to have integrity, it needs to be based on values. What value? What can you live for? What can you die for? Because if you have the right values, your integrity will be okay. Because your integrity is a behavior, it's based on values. And it will be important to find out what values do you have. Number 3, for you to be a teacher, head teacher of integrity. What teacher of integrity? You need to have the fear of God. My friend, the fear of man. People are manageable. God sees in secret. Am I right? So if the reason you don't steal is simply because of fear of man, my friend, one of these days, there will be nobody. The bazaar and you are in agreement. And the auditor is your cousin. My friend, all the school money will disappear. Am I communicating? Yeah. So you need to understand the fear of God who sits in secret. If you don't have it, you don't have integrity. Am I communicating? And so you need to ask yourself, do you have the fear of God? Today is a prayer day. It's a good time to confess. Tell God, I've been, and tell you that you need to understand there are benefits out of integrity. You have said you are living a life of integrity because you fear God. Finally, my friend, understand integrity has benefits. Last month, I went for a all-industry meeting called by the minister, the CS, in charge of energy. I've been retired a long time. I bumped into a Somali who was one of my contractors. He said, Mr. Nya, you are here. I do consultancy for all industry, so I need to be there. He said, you are here. He turned to another Indian, and he told him, a contractor. He said, this Nana, he was the one who gave me a contract in Shell. I have been in all industry as a contractor for 40 years. I have never met anybody like him. You see, earlier, if he said it, it's because he wants a contract. Now he knows I cannot give him a contract. What do you think I felt? It was payday. Am I communicating? It was payday. My friend, do you want to enjoy your retirement? Ensure you run that school before God with integrity. And when people meet you in retirement, they will remember. You know, my 30th wedding anniversary, I invited a few friends, and we were celebrating. I'll be 40 years married. I got married in 1929. So it's quite about 9 years ago. We had a celebration for our 30th wedding anniversary. And we called people into our house, cook for them. We had to praise the Lord together for 30 years of marriage. And one of my former workmates in Shell was talking. talking about, maybe some of you don't know Mr. Nganga. Mr. Nganga is the one who recruited me in Shell. He told them. And then he says, because we are friends, I expected when a vacancy arises in his department, he will take me. I applied for the job. And where he is the boss. By that time, I was in top management. And he says, unfortunately, Mr. Nganga picked somebody else other than me. I was very disappointed. Many years later, I'm happy that he did not pick me. I understood that integrity could not have allowed him to pick his friend when they are competing with somebody who is not his friend. Because the other person was more competent than I. Of course, I was a little embarrassed for him to be telling the story before my friends who never worked for Shell. But I understood. Many years later, that's what he remembers. My question, do you understand that with integrity, you can fail to promote somebody and they thank you for not promoting them? Because they understand. Many years previously, the Moi government appointed me as a director of one of the financial corporations. I will not tell you which one. And I was on Harambe Avenue, and I bumped into one of my friends from my university. They said, "Hey, we read the Kenya Gazette. We saw you had been appointed a director." Then the person read it. But you're talking to and so. And he said, you know, Kenya getting appointed a director is not helpful to us. I said, is that what you say? He said, yes, we know you. We know you can never do anything for our good. You always follow the right thing. And I thought, I didn't know whether to be unhappy or happy. But I was a director for the next 3 years. And I got no trouble from my friends. They knew. There's no need. Am I communicating? Yes. They know. I cannot break the rules for their good. And they knew me. Some of you became headmasters. And as soon as you are head teacher, all people who want to supply started coming for help. Because they know you. They know if you cannot give them a contract, it's because you don't like them. But for me, they never tried. I'm talking about my last point is benefit of integrity. They knew. They cannot come for help. And when they come, they know I will not favor them. They know I'm their friend, but they also know my integrity. When they don't know your integrity, when you don't give them a contract, your friendship is gone. My friends are still my friends. Although I stayed in that parastatal, they never benefited, but our friendship remained. Because they know my integrity. My question, as a head teacher, do you want to have any friends? It comes out of integrity. Once you have integrity, people will trust you. Because they trust you, you will gain influence. Because you have influence, you will be a leader. Thank you very much.